Hope
kicking
exactly. It always is. Hey, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Excited to get back to work this morning and continue our preparation for the Baltimore Ravens. As you guys know, they're an outstanding football team, and they're very well built. They're built very well for special teams. Head coach John did a great job in Philadelphia as a special teams coordinator. He's always put a big emphasis on it, and Chris Horton's done a great job as their coordinator, taking over for Jerry Rosberg when Jerry retired a couple years ago. So they just don't even skip a beat. New players, new returners, and they're still outstanding. Okay.
Mike, what happened on that blocked field goal?
PAT was low kick. I mean, his protection was outstanding. He just hit it low. The guy jumped up, timed it up perfect, but he's got to get it higher than that. So it was just a very low kick, unfortunately.
Seems like Chase is in a little bit of a rough spot. I mean, are you still confident in him? And I guess what's your message for him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very confident in him. I've talked to him about that. I have not lost confidence in him at all. He missed, one in Cincinnati, missed one the other day. I can understand why you asked that question, but I think he'll be just fine. He hit the ball well on Wednesday. We've got a good day today. It's going to be cold, obviously, like it's going to be Sunday night in Baltimore. So it'll be a good challenge for him today with the conditions, but I'm very confident in Chase.
Conditions aside, what's the longest field goal try you would feel comfortable trying to out there?
Well, we hit a 57-yarder earlier in our stadium. Of course, it was warmer, but it depends on the wind and the weather. It's supposed to be a nice night, like 39, 40 degrees. Typical winds in Baltimore, not like our stadium, but it could get windy there. So we'll just see. Ask me that in pregame. I'll let you know.
We actually got to see a return for touchdown yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It seems what used to be almost like a weekly occurrence seems to be scarce these days in the game. Why is the return game, be it punt or kickoff, been so difficult? Is it as simple as they have changed the rules for safety reasons, and that has kind of taken that away?
That's part of it, and I think the other part is people are content with kicking touchbacks, and so there's not as many. I think it used to be 45% touchbacks, and it was 50 or 55. Now it's up around 60% touchbacks. At least it was last year. I'm sure we're in the same vicinity, percentage-wise. There's not as many opportunities, and quite frankly, the kickers are getting better. The punters are getting better in terms of the higher hang time punts, the directional punting that people can do. I would think this time of year you'll have some more opportunities because of the wind and the weather for both punts and kickoffs, and that's what we're preparing for.
You talked about your confidence in Chase, but I guess after those misses, how is his confidence in himself, and what have you seen?
He's a very mentally tough young man. He's got a lot of confidence in himself in a good way. He's not overconfident. He's not cocky. I just think he comes to work every day expecting to make every kick, and when he doesn't, it's kind of surprise and, okay, what happened? Let's fix it and let's move on. So he's a very confident young man.
Is there any way that he would, like, going up against Tucker, you would try to, I don't know, would you get fired up for that? You know what I mean?
I think anytime you play against the best in the league, you're going to hopefully you outperform that person. Justin Tucker's outstanding to me. At some point he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a great kicker. We've gone against him several times, and he normally comes through. We did block one against him last year, which is very rare against him because his timing and elevation are normally very good. So our charge is to put the best amount of pressure we can on him and then let the chips fall where they may. But hopefully he's not in a situation where he can hit a game winner, because that's what he does. And he does a really good job. And I think Chase, knowing he's going to go up against that, and I don't think he's going to, it's not him against Tucker, it's the Ravens against the Browns. But at the end of the day, obviously he wants to put his best foot forward to help our football team win.
Do you remember Tucker coming out?
Sure. I do.
Could you tell then that, I don't know if you know then he's going to be one of the best ever, but could you tell that he was different than others?
No, I knew he was good. I don't even think he was drafted. I know he was a college free agent, and I think he's just developed into, and even at a young age, you knew at 2 or 3 years in, you knew he was going to be really good. But he's just been so consistent, and that's the mark of a true kicker. A lot of kickers have had great years, but he's had a great year after year after year. That's kind of, to me, a mark of a great kicker is when you can be that consistent performer.
Think about where he fits in the history of the game?
Well, I've been doing this for 20 years in this league, and he's probably one of the top one or two. You think of Vinatieri with the big kicks he made in his career. He's got to be right up there with him.